If you're in Louisiana and you happen to receive a DWI, you are probably wondering what happens if you get a DWI in Louisiana. If you are ready to learn about what happens when you get a DUI in Louisiana, then settle in and let's get started. When first arrested for a DWI in Louisiana, you will likely be asked to undergo a breath test to test your blood alcohol content. If your blood alcohol content is over 0.08, you'll likely be arrested for DWI as you're over the legal level of intoxication. However, if you're convicted, the severity of your sentence will depend on how much over the legal limit you were. If your blood alcohol content is found to be over 0.15%, you may have to serve a jail sentence of at least 48 hours, though it can be for longer. If it's over 0.20, your jail sentence will still be a minimum of 48 hours, but the judge may hit you with another fine and require you to have the ignition interlock device, as well as your license may be suspended. When you get a DUI in Louisiana, you will usually be placed on some form of probation. While probation is not always an option, there is a high chance you will be. The only time you will usually not be placed on probation is if you received your DWI with passengers under the age of 13 in the vehicle, or caused injuries to another party, or it's a felony DWI. If the judge gives you probation, you must serve a certain amount of community service hours. The number of hours required increases each time you receive another DWI. For your first DWI, you must complete 32 hours of community service. Your second and third DWIs require 240 hours of community service, while your fourth DWI requires 320 hours. Besides serving community service hours as part of your probation, there are also other requirements you would have to meet. Along with being placed on probation when receiving a DWI, you may also have your license suspended by the DMV. When receiving your first DWI, the DMV will suspend your license for 12 months, though you can sometimes receive a hardship license if you install an ignition interlock device in your car. If you have blood alcohol content of over 0.20, your driver's license could be suspended for 2 years. You can apply for a hardship license if you install an ignition interlock device in your vehicle. The hardship license allows you to drive to and from work, school, and home. If you fail your blood alcohol content test, your license could be automatically suspended for 90 days, unless you request an appeal. If you cannot reverse the suspension within those 90 days, you will need to apply for a hardship license. If you refuse the breathalyzer, your license will be suspended for a year, since you are legally required to submit to a breath test if you're pulled over for suspicion of DWI. However, you can apply for a hardship license if you did not cause any bodily injuries. If you're arrested for a DUI in Louisiana, it's important that you hire an experienced criminal defense attorney. We have defended hundreds of clients with DWI charges, and we have locations all throughout Louisiana. If you need help with your DWI, give us a call. We'll be happy to help.